You're about to get an introduction to the administrative interface of your account and show you how to start using the service. So once you receive your login information via email, go to your personalized URL and log in. When you log in, you'll be brought to the Organization tab. Here's where you store company information like address and your URL name as well, which can be changed. The User tab is where you create new users or edit existing users. For instance, I could change my password or email address. Under the Role tab is where you administer users and map rights. Now this gets pretty granular, so it'll be covered more in another video. Under the Map tab is where you configure various settings for your maps. We don't have any uploaded yet, so we'll come back to that. And the same applies for queries. We'll come back to that as well. So we can go ahead and upload our first map. First, let's take a look at our map file. This service is built on Manifold System GIS, an affordable commercial GIS software system. This map was compiled by importing various GIS file types directly into Manifold, and those make up our map layers. Those layers are then added into the map component and designed to be visually appealing, and this is what we'll be uploading to the AtlasAlive on-demand system. You can see this looks pretty easy. We just enter a title for the map and define the map component, and we can browse to our map file. In this case we have a linked image to go along with the map, so we can upload those at the same time. So we'll go ahead and upload these files, and we'll pause the recording while they upload, and we'll join back up after. Okay, so they're finished uploading, and from here we'll go back to the login screen, and we have to control refresh the browser in order to get back in and change the settings. So we'll do that. We'll go ahead and re-enter our password. And we'll go right to the Map tab. And you can see that the application recognizes all of our layers and their names, and gives us the option to change their display names. We can also organize these layers by group. So in the layer list, where you toggle the layers on and off, you can have them in different named groups. We also have the ability to set a parent layer. This is handy for labels, so you don't have to turn off both a layer and its label component. We can link them together, so such as if I turn off the grounds drawing, the labels that go with the grounds will turn off as well. And for each layer you can also define whether or not it is selectable via the interactive queries in the map. You can define whether each layer is toggleable, whether or not you can turn on or off that layer in the map. You can also define whether that layer is on by default. And you can define whether or not that layer is displayed in the index or overview map. We can turn off some of these for our overview map. We don't want a lot of labels. We don't want the parcels. And lastly, you can define your overlay layers. These overlay layers give the user the ability to change the opacity of them right in the application itself. And once we're done with that, we can update the map. And let's go through some of these other settings. We're not going to change anything here, but we'll give you a brief look at them. The bindings, it's a bunch of more advanced settings that you can configure. You also have the modules, which is a whole video on its own. There are none offered right now. And zoomers, known as views in Manifold. You can see we had one view set in our map file, which is downtown. This also gives you the ability to auto-generate your zoomers from right here in the application using extents from objects within a drawing. For instance, if I had a parks drawing and a column with the name of each park, I could auto-generate a bunch of views for each park in that drawing. And we'll have another video for queries. You can do some pretty cool things with queries in AtlasAlive On Demand. For now, we'll go back, and all of our settings were pretty much under the Layers tab for maps. So we'll go back and log into the application and check out our map.